I want to say thanks to all those who took part in the Psychosocial Hazard Survey that was conducted in November. This focused in on the psychological health of our workplace, and that was to help us understand the hazards and factors that can also influence worker health and safety. Psychological hazards increase the risk of work-related stress and can arise from things like the design or management of work, the work environment itself, or interactions and behaviours. A work-related stress response can be physical or mental or an emotional reaction that might occur when a worker perceives that the demands of work exceed their ability to cope. Now, we note that not all stress is bad, and good stress can be short-term, it can provide focus and motivation and enhance performance. Bad stress can be overwhelming and sustained, and it can cause anxiety, and that's what we want to avoid. We had an excellent response rate to the survey at over 75%, so thank you for trusting and engaging with us to understand these factors. The results have been broken down into a few areas, and they include job demands, which is about the sustained effort required in your role, job resources, which are things that are helpful for achieving goals, and workplace bullying, which is about repeated and unreasonable behaviour, as well as psychological health outcomes, which combine aspects of the above. Overall, our results plotted us in the healthy quadrant with relatively low job demands and relatively high job resources. And this is indicative of a cohesive business and a strong culture. Looking at the detail here, you can see we are close to the benchmarks on most of the categories. There are some areas of improvement that you can see here with group relationship conflict, and this refers to friction between colleagues, might be because of style or values. Group task conflict is a disagreement about the way the tasks are undertaken, and we want to try and reduce these. Job control is about the amount of discretion a worker has in approaching their work, and praise and recognition is how workers feel valued. We want to increase these ones for our teams. The survey also highlighted that over 13% of our workers experienced some form of workplace bullying in the last month. Now, workplace bullying is repeated and unreasonable behaviour directed to a worker or a group which creates a risk to health and safety. Sometimes under pressure we can react poorly, and this isn't about those one-offs. This is about behaviour that is repeated and unreasonable. So while over 60% noted they rarely or never experience bullying, this is an area we will focus on directly and seek to improve. We want a workplace that is free from this hazard, and we will continue to apply our values and think before we speak to check that what we're saying is true, helpful, inspiring, is it necessary, and is it kind. Thanks to the team at Industry Minds, John and Lana, for working through this with us. And in the next steps, they will help us work directly with focus groups to unpack some of these issues in more detail and create actions to address these improvement areas. Thanks again for your support in this process. This will make a significant difference as we improve our culture and ensure that people at Grange feel connected, valued, and safe.